guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna be reacting to
Unpopular K-pop opinions, because ITZY is the only girl group still alive from 2019.
4, 5, 6, 7.
1. It's really no shock that ITZY are the only girl group from 2019 still standing. COVID didn't just hit hard, it absolutely body slammed every rookie group that didn't have the infrastructure to adapt. But most of the 2019 girl group debuts were Nugu or came from baby tier companies with zero survival instinct. Pandemic or not, they were on borrowed time. The only ones who had a shot technically were Everglow, Cherry Bullet, and Rocket Punch. Yuehua treated Everglow like a tax write-off. Wolim fumbled Rocket Punch like they didn't even know the group existed, and FNC launched Cherry Bullet, left them to rot, then debuted P1 Harmony a year later and funneled everything into the boy group. That tells you all you need to know about where girl groups sit on the corporate totem pole. They're always the afterthought, the budget cut, the we'll circle back next quarter excuse. Meanwhile, P1 Harmony is thriving. Why? Because FNC prioritized them. It's not some mystery formula, it's just basic logic. You invest in something, it grows. You neglect it, it flatlines. Simple. Cherry Bullet and P1 Harmony didn't debut that far
I
apart.
just think the company didn't have enough funds to just funnel money to both, and especially when it's like times that we didn't think were going to happen. People are trying to focus it on one project at a time, then take that risk.
But only one of them got a proper shot, and spoiler, it wasn't the girls. As for ITZY, they had the big three engine, the budget, the promo machine, the training, the resources. That group was set up to succeed before they even said dalla dalla. But it wasn't just luck, they delivered, they ran with the momentum. Never let it die, and despite some messy concepts here and there, high sneakers, they kept the machine moving. That's why they're still here while everyone else from 2019 is either disbanded, MIA, or dangling from a thread. I honestly see ITZY following a similar path too. Twice, no one's leaving, they'll probably all resign, lean more into solo ventures while keeping the group active with regular comebacks. Speaking of which, their next comeback is dropping June 9th, and based on the teasers, it looks like they're
Wow, June 9th? They're promoting it early for K-pop standards. Like for the West, it's not that early, but for K-pop, I feel like usually they promote it like a week or two in advance. June 9th, still almost a month away.
doubling down on that imaginary friend style sound. Dark, vulnerable, mature, and musically layered. That song had weight, it felt grown, it hit people hard. There's a reason fans were crying during the end of the year stages. Even Yuna said she wishes it had more success, and girl same, it was their musical peak. If this new comeback builds on that, leans into that darker, more introspective territory while still maintaining that it's the edge, we're eating good. 2.
But yeah, I think the thing with the girl groups versus boy groups, why girl groups failed, based on our limited experience in K-pop, what we're seeing is that boy groups is more guaranteed money, whereas girl groups is more a gamble. Are they gonna make a TikTok hit? It's like, it seems like the boy groups, like,
Just TikTok?
well, viral, some sort of viral moment. The boy groups seem to like really have dedicated fan bases. Like the fans just buy their fucking albums no matter what. Like it is what it is. For girls, they're more appealable to general public, but they have to go viral. So like if there's risk involved. If they can hit it, they can hit it big. But if they don't hit it, they're not gonna have that dedicated fan base like the boys do. So I do feel like for that reason, the boys is just a safer investment. And I don't think it has to do with gender. I don't think it's sexist or anything. I think it has to do with money. And the boys is just safe. You make a boy group, all the girls, they're gonna eat it up and they buy the albums.
So for in the girl groups, who are the fans? What do they compose
The
of?
the girl groups, it seems like they're more like general public, like casual listeners can listen to girl groups more than boy groups. But at the same time, girl groups don't have like as dedicated fan bases as the boys do. Like, so those dedicated fan bases is what's gonna spend money no matter what. You flop, you don't flop, they're gonna spend the money.
I think also the purchasing power may reflect to more leaning towards women having the purchasing power.
Yeah, women really more to spend, I think, on
Yeah.
stuff like that than men.
Even for like clothes, other categories, it's more the ladies are purchasing.
I think so, yeah. So I think for that reason, the guy groups is just a safer investment, and we're seeing that based on the album sales. Like whenever we see the charts, it's the boy groups that dominate the chart. Not the charts, but the sales. The circle chart, but just solely on sales is like 17 is killing it. Stray Kids is all guy groups. It's rare to see a girl group that's really competing with the guys.
But did you know, like in OnlyFans, the most group that is spending on the guys are gays, and then the most paid is the ladies who have the OnlyFans.
I mean, yeah, I guess, but not
Yeah,
only
I just think
fans.
that's the ironic because you would think always the ladies have the purchasing power.
Well, I mean,
in all categories.
maybe the gays are also spending on boy groups. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You know that part. I don't know.
Mm.
Uh, yeah.
It's the girls and the gays.
That is interesting perspective. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I see what you're saying. I just in K-pop, it seems
Cause
like it's
guys, what are
that's
the
how it
guys
is.
spending their money on?
Sports.
I think it's sports.
Yeah, I think for guys, it's more
Mm.
sports than
Mm. Because
K-pop.
even with the guys, we see that they have more touches of feminine attributes, like really focusing on having really good makeup, really good visuals, and I feel like that leans more towards to appealing to the feminine gaze more than to the masculine gaze.
Yeah, no, the guy groups in K-pop, I don't think they're appealing to guys really. I don't think they're trying to
Mm.
appeal to guys.
Because even like when Chanbin from Stray Kids, when he was trying to get a little bit bigger, a little bit more buff, they were like, okay, not too much. And when you look at it, the guys who like the built buff are the people who like it are the guys. Ladies, they typically like a build that's much more not too muscle heavy. A frame that's like not, I wouldn't say average, a little bit above average, but not the super giants with the big
Mm-hmm.
muscles and physiques and stuff like that.
Madian Suyi is going on hiatus for personal reasons. So Gaeun comes forward about assault and gets unceremoniously
So
booted
second
just for
girl,
daring
huh?
to protect herself. And now Suyi vanishes into the void right as this lawsuit is gaining traction? Please, personal break from what? Being babysat by the same CEO who assaulted a minor groupmate? Being paraded around like nothing happened while her friend was tossed out like trash? If I were Suyi or her family, I'd be breaking every door trying to find an escape clause too. Because that hiatus ain't about rest, it's an exit strategy in slow motion. Then there's a ridiculous demographic shift. This isn't even Madian anymore. It's turning into a hostage-style J-pop unit with a single Korean girl as a token. First Gaeun, now Suyi. What's left is Yisu as the only Korean and 4 Japanese members in a Korean company that clearly doesn't give a what about protecting anyone. You know it's dire when fans are practically begging for disbandment as an act of mercy. As for the parents, reports say all
Also,
the
it's
families
quite
wanted the
harder for the non-Koreans to just pick up and leave
Yeah,
per se,
that's true.
because when you say you're gonna do a job in a whole other country, you're really putting all your eggs in that basket.
Yeah, that your visa depends on that job,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
group disbanded after Gaeun spoke up. But oh no, contracts are sacred and breaking them would incur financial losses for the same company that failed to protect their kids. What a trap, a literal hostage contract. You get assaulted or stalked, and your only options are either to shut up and perform or leave and pay your abuser's bills. This is the company that wanted to call the fandom Pabo, Korean for idiots, and they weren't joking. That's exactly
What?
what they think of the fanbase. Also, please don't overlook Mashiro's situation. Homegirl's getting 2 hours of sleep a night and being stalked on top of it? With visible bruises and exhaustion? They're working her to the bone. It's a red flag bouquet and no one's stepping in to slow it down because the show must go on. Mashiro and the other Japanese members are not safe. They're stuck in Korea, far from home, with limited legal leverage and under more scrutiny than the Korean ones. Madian should have been disbanded the second those allegations came out. Instead, the company doubled down on secrecy, coercion, and gaslighting. Still pushing ahead with university gigs like nothing's wrong, and hoping the fans would move on. Where's cancel culture when we need it? 3. Bang
I
Si-hyuk has
think
been summoned to
the
testify in
ideal for that group is if another company was should just buy out their contract so they can proceed and move forward, because I feel like I don't know if the girls genuinely want to stay with that company, given most of them are Japanese and they depend on the working visa to stay to perform
I think they
in
should just
Korea.
disband.
Yeah, but disband and then do what? It's like go
Or
back home.
no, go for apply for another, the TV show that they do, the what you call survival show. You'll make it
Mm.
on other group. That's they just recycle the
It's
same people over and over again.
I don't know. It's that easy.
It's not easy, but it's better than being abused.
Oh, definitely. But as you've seen with the Cassie and P Diddy situation, those who are being abused, they are not quick to leave.
No,
They
I
they
understand
feel
that.
tied to the
I
situation.
understand that it's not easy to leave
Hmm.
abusive situation. I get it.
an SM Entertainment stock manipulation trial next month. If you're unfamiliar, back in early 2023, HYBE went full predator mode on SM Entertainment, snatching up a 14.8% stake from Lee Soo-man and planned to buy more shares at 120,000 Korean wons each to get full control. But Kakao wasn't having it. Their chairman allegedly pulled a shady move to stop HYBE from taking over SM. How? Well, according to prosecutors, he bought a massive amount of SM stock, over 240 billion Korean wons worth in just 4 days. He didn't buy it to keep it though, no. He kept buying and buying 553 times to artificially raise the price. This made it way more expensive for HYBE to keep trying to buy it. Basically, Kakao jacked the price on purpose to sabotage
Ooh.
them. Fast forward to July 2024 and
That's
Karma hit
legal?
Why would that be illegal? I don't have a problem with that. That's how market works. You keep buying and the price goes up. And so somebody want to sell to look. Well, why is that
He's really
manipulation?
buying real money.
Yeah. Why does how is that manipulation?
So why didn't he bought it up initially? Why did it have to
Well,
wait?
he clearly bought up, so Hive don't buy it up. But it's not like he's colluding. There's difference if there was like collusion with somebody else
How
against
you
Hive.
know?
That's
How did he know that Hive was gonna buy it?
I don't know how
That's
he.
collusion to me. I think.
What
I
collusion?
don't know.
So
Or
who's
it
he
could be
colluding with?
sabotage.
Who's he
Or
colluding
okay,
with?
like let's say. Okay,
There is no
if I was
collusion
Hive,
here.
I put a bug in somebody's ear. I'm gonna buy up their stuff. Oh no, they're gonna buy my stuff. Let me buy it first. Make them bleed some funds, some of their money.
That's
That's
just corporate
sabotage.
competition.
Mm.
There's nothing wrong
I
with
don't know.
that.
It's like you acting under like a condition that you weren't operating off because
Why does it matter your condition if you genuinely buying the stock? You're
he's
buying
not
the stock.
genuinely buying.
He is
He's
buying.
genuinely
He's buying
buying
with
it
money.
because he's buying
Okay,
it
but
because
he's
Hive
buying
wanted
it.
to buy
Yeah,
it.
but he's buying it with money.
Okay,
It's
we'll
not like
see.
it's not like
So
scamming
it's
people. He's
so
just buying the
let's
fucking
see,
stock.
let's see how long it takes till he sell it.
Back hard. Kakao's founder.
Doesn't matter. People buy and sell stock the same day all the time.
Okay, and then Hype is gonna be right there to buy it up. Let's see how
got
long
arrested
he's
for
gonna sit
market
on it.
manipulation. A month later, he was officially indicted along with 2 other Kakao execs. Then came the courtroom circus. Kakao's founder sat in jail for 100 days before getting out on 300 million Korean won's bail with strict conditions like travel bans and no contacting witnesses. And now Hype's Bang Si-hyuk is expected to testify in the next hearing next month. Turns out he met with Kakao's founder back in February 2023 and literally asked him to back off from buying SM. Kakao's founder said no, then allegedly went full villain and pulled the stock. Scam anyway. Bang Si-hyuk later filed a complaint saying,
What scam? What is the scam here? Buying the stock is a scam? Where?
Why didn't allow him to buy the stock?
Because
If
it's
he wanted
his stock. He don't want it. Why Bank Siu feels entitled to buy this stock?
I'm confused.
Wh-
Isn't that free stock to take?
Exactly, it's free stock. So why can't SM buy
he
free
buy
stock?
it? So why can't Hype buy it?
Why can't SM buy it?
And Kakao said no.
But why can't Kakao buy it?
I don't know, but Kakao doesn't want to sell it to.
Oh, okay. So I'm sure a lot of times in corporate they don't want to sell to competitor. Like, what's the problem with this? I don't understand. Where's manipulation?
Why are they going to?
I don't
court for it
understand
then?
it. What the fuck is wrong here?
To me, it looked fishy. Mm.
It doesn't look any fishy at all. At least based on what she said, there's no fishiness going on here. Unless something is being omitted, then maybe. But based on what information here, the banks who wanted to buy, the other guy bought up more stock. Where is the problem in this?
That I have no sugar in my coffee.
That I have the same problem too. But that
Oh,
aside,
this is a real thing. No sugar today.
yeah, no syrup,
Wow.
syrup ended.
Wow. That's
But
awful.
I have, yes, I have the same problem. But that problem aside, there is nothing wrong with buying more stock to raise the price of the stock. What is the problem with that?
Kakao ruined Hype's plans by inflating the stock price.
Now, manipulation would be if, as I said, collusion. If somebody said, "Oh, if not just one party, if 2 parties decided, oh, let's buy up the stock so somebody else can buy it, then okay, that's collusion." Or inside information, if somebody's like, "Oh,"
It looked like it.
or "Hey, we're gonna release a new project next month, buy up our stock is gonna go up," that's inside information. That's a problem. But just like saying, banks, you heard, "Oh, I'm gonna buy your stock," and the guy, "Oh, no, you ain't. Watch me buy the stock." What's the problem with that? It's just competing who has more money to buy the stock.
Unfairly. And now that meeting is a key part of the trial. Overall, this is a criminal case, and if Kakao's chairman gets convicted, jail is definitely on the table. On top of that, under Korean banking laws, individuals convicted of financial crimes can't be major shareholders in a bank. So if the court slaps Kakao with a guilty verdict, the chairman could be legally forced to step down or sell off a big chunk of shares. 4. Let's talk about
I want to learn more about that, guys. If you have a video recommendation about that case, I want to see more. Because based on this, I don't see what's wrong here. But
You're
maybe
going to jail. You're not gonna pass go. Do not collect $200.
No, I want to see, because this is unclear to me what the guy did wrong. I don't see
Cignature
it.
because Kim
It
Haen,
looked fishy
the
to
former
me.
leader and main vocalist, just confirmed she was kicked out of the group in 2021 not for attitude problems, scandals, or personal reasons like the company pretended, but because she didn't hit a goal weight set by C9 Entertainment. That's it, 5 or 6 kilos, and she was tossed aside like a defective product. And the fact that she had to be the one to say it 4 years
5 to
later
6
after the group
kilos is how
disbanded tells you
much?
everything about them.
In pounds.
12 to 15, something like that.
That's a lot. But how much did she weigh? Oh my god.
Oh, she didn't mean to go.
Cowardice.
I don't necessarily find this problematic. I
I
mean,
mean, that's a lot of weight.
why is
15
that?
to 20 pounds.
Yeah, like why is that problematic?
I don't know what's her condition at first though.
Doesn't matter, but
Yeah, because let's say she's already 90 pounds, like you can't make her lose another 15.
yeah, you can if that's in the contract. That's in the contract.
She's 90 and she has to lose another 15.
Whatever.
No,
I mean,
that's inhumane.
it's not okay. But so other girls managed to do it. She couldn't. Why did other girls do it?
Well, I want to know what's her like. What was where she
I
her
don't.
starting
I don't think she
point?
was 90 and they made her to be 75. No, that's just ridiculous. I don't think it's that. I
Mhm.
mean, obviously they wanted her skinnier than Western beauty standards for sure. But I mean,
Cause here,
how is that different than a boxer having to make the weight for the fight?
well, yeah, yeah, that's the point.
How
I
is that any
understand
different?
because that's why I asked how much is 5 kilos. Cause that's a when you explain it's 15 to 20 pounds. That's a lot of
12 to 15.
12 to 15. That's a lot.
It's a lot of weight. It's a lot.
Yeah,
That's a
it's
lot
a
of
big
weight.
difference in visuals.
Yeah, that's.
I know for the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, there was a whole documentary on Netflix. I didn't get to watch it yet, but they have to be at a certain size to fit the
Yeah.
clothes because they have to, the clothes is like
No, but
there's
this
stuff
is.
that you have to fit.
That's no, but that's what I'm saying. There is a set
The
goal of
budget
weight. If
is
that's
not
the
gonna be more for you
if
fluctuating.
the weight goal is set and you don't meet the criteria, I mean, too bad, so sad, but you
Yeah.
didn't meet the
But
criteria.
it's a lot. If it was like half a kilo, like
Yeah, like if it was 1-2 pounds,
Okay.
then okay, maybe we a little too extra to
That's too
kick out
much.
of the group. But yeah,
But
10+ pounds. I mean, the girl clearly that's a big ass difference.
because what's to say you're gonna get another 10 more and another 10 more, because if you're already off target, you pretty much can go all the way out, gain another 30, another 50.
Of this industry. And now fans are doing the math and realizing that ex-member Sun, who left under the exact same shady circumstances at the exact same time, was likely cut for the same reason. But Kim Haen made it clear that she's only speaking for herself, which is honestly even more terrifying because that means multiple girls might have gone through this and the silence is still being enforced. You think this is a one-off? No, this is standard. This is systemic. What's especially sick is that Kim Haen wasn't just a member, she was the leader, the main vocal, one of the best technical vocalists of her generation. You don't toss someone like that unless your priorities are warped beyond repair. But that's what this industry does. It sacrifices talent on the altar of aesthetic. It doesn't matter how strong your voice is if your thighs don't fit the fantasy. Their company has
I
never
don't know.
been
There's
subtle
some
about
groups where the person who has the best vocals is not necessarily the visual. So I don't know per se.
If she's that good, she's gonna find another opportunity.
Yeah,
It's not gonna matter.
I
To
wouldn't
me,
worry.
yeah, this is like such a. If you're good, your weight is
Yeah.
not. They're gonna make a average people's group, and
Yeah.
you're gonna.
It's pretty dumb of a company to get rid of their best
That is
vocalists.
dumb, but at the same time, if that's the rule, I don't have a problem with it either.
their twisted priorities. They were blatantly sexualizing Jiwon like she's an asset, not a person. They hyperfixate on bodies like it's 2009. And now we know they were literally punishing girls for existing a few kilos outside of some arbitrary goal. These execs aren't managing idols, they're managing livestock. They treat weight like a moral failing while ignoring their own creative bankruptcy, blaming girls' bodies for why their half-baked concepts don't chart. This isn't just about weight, it's about a system that weaponizes self-hatred. These companies gaslight their trainees into believing they're worth lives in a number on a scale, then dispose of them when the damage they caused starts showing on the outside. The problem is never the marketing, never the stale production, never the incompetent management. No, it's always the girl who wasn't skinny enough or wasn't popular enough or couldn't handle the pressure. It's a scapegoat pipeline, and Cignature got
Yeah, but why every girl should make it? We can't just feel bad for every single person that doesn't make the cut. Like that's life. Life is a competition. It's like the same way we're watching Eurovision right now. A lot of people get cut because they don't make the cut. Like it's just life
I
fucking
think
works like
it's
that.
because the
Like we
bad
can't feel bad
part
for
of
every
it,
girl. Oh yeah, you didn't make it. Go ahead.
The bad part of it is that the people got attached to her.
Then support her solo activities. Make her go solo if she's that good.
True.
Like if she's solo, her weight doesn't matter. Like look at Lee Young Ji. She's on the bigger side. She had the song called Big Girl or whatever the fuck it was. Like good for her. So it's like if she's that good, she can go solo or join another group. Like we gotta stop feeling bad for every single person that don't make the cut. Like it's just that's how life works. Survival of the fittest. The fittest survive. And those who are not as fit, they get left behind.
swallowed by it. And let's not ignore the mental toll here. Kim Haen spent years chasing this dream, got in, led a team, built a sound, carried her group vocally, and then was tossed over 5 kilograms. Do you know what that does to someone? To their health? Their confidence? Their sense of self? And yet she still spoke up. That's strength the company never deserved. The industry loves to pretend its brutality is some kind of filter to see who's strong enough to survive. But really, it's just cruelty disguised.
But it is, and that is life. That actually is how life works.
Also, partly, having the extra weight on you, it hinders your performance in terms of doing the movements. And already we see like there's idols who already having hardships with the movements, have how it impacts their body after their performances. So I also think it's also a precaution and liability for them, because then she's more likely to become an injured team partner. So if she's injured, she won't be able to perform, so she'll spend more time in the hospital, which would hinder the group and maybe set a bad example for the group too as well.
As professionalism. If you're
She's
not
the leader.
indispensable, you're replaceable. And even if you're indispensable, you're still one goal weight away from being erased. We always knew these things happened. We've talked about it in theory. But seeing it laid bare by someone who lived it? It cuts different. It reminds us this isn't just a broken system, it's a violent one. A system that mutilates people from the inside out and calls it discipline. Lastly, let's talk about some recent releases. Starting with Baby Monster's Japanese single Ghost. Thank God they're getting an actual Japanese discography and not lazy rehashes like Blackpink's
I can skip this video and listen to it.
I Feel Good. It was giving Block B vibes in the best way. It slaps with the kind of reckless energy this group needed. Zico's Block B DNA is all over its stomping beat and bratty rock swagger, packing a lot of attitude into its short length of 2.5 minutes. The guitar-driven chaos feels tailor-made for radio. The pre-chorus melodies pop, and I loved the alien-like vocal effects in the post-chorus. It's weird but addictive. It's loud, messy, and unapologetically fun. My only complaint is that it's too short. Boy Next Door has really taken off lately. As of me making this video, they have 5 songs simultaneously charting in the top 6 of the Melon Hot 100. I really like how their growth has been gradual. It feels way more stable than bursting out of the gate with a massive hit and then scrambling to live up to it every comeback.
Yeah, the song was pretty good. I felt the song was a different genre for them, but it was interesting. I did say that I felt like it was gonna hit really well with Korean audience.
Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord. And as always, share as much kindness as possible.